Welcome into the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live once again from Seven Bridges Ice Arena here in Woodridge. This is the semifinal of the preseason invitational tournament here with the best teams in Illinois all getting together. 24 teams entered this tournament and only 4 survived to Sunday. Both Glenbrook schools are amongst those 4. Dylan Ward here on the call with you. Gerard Boris, our producer, and Brad Cesario keeping score in the top left corner of your screen. This is the Wintrust South Hockey Network. Again, we give a big thank you to Glenview Bank & Trust for returning as our presenting sponsor, helping make these broadcasts possible. All right, we've got an iconic rivalry here in the semifinal of this tournament. It's Glenbrook South versus Glenbrook North. And this might be a preseason game, but it is a tournament. It's going to be competitive. And it doesn't matter whether these two teams are wearing the practice jerseys in spring and playing each other in an exhibition or regular season playoffs, what have you. All that gets thrown out the window when it's North versus South. Arguably the biggest rivalry in high school hockey, if not the biggest. The only one that kind of competes with it is Loyola Gold and New Trier Green, but you can argue this rivalry is just a little bit bigger because they're in the same Central Suburban League Conference in traditional high school sports alignment. And here, of course, longtime SHL rivals, 2 original Scholastic Hockey League teams from the inaugural season in 2013-14. There's the buzzer to end warmups. You can see on your scoreboard, North versus South. Gerard Boris making the switch to emulate this rivalry. We'll have a look at both teams here. Want to give a big shout out to Joel Schneider. He is the main videographer for Glenbrook North, records all their games, has a really nice camera and good setup. And Gerard and Joel have become acquaintances over these last few years. And Joel was kind enough to let us tap into his camera for some extra angles to get a better look at some chances on replay. So we're excited to use that one. You see GBN getting ready by their net. And the teams will now meet at their benches. Our Glenbrook South goes to their bench. GBN still in the net huddle. Only the second time in the SHL era that these two teams meet before Thanksgiving Eve. The only other time was back in 2018 at the quarterfinals of this preseason invitational tournament, where GBN beat GBS 6-5. Again, that was September 10th, 2018, so just about 4 years ago exactly. Starting goaltenders tonight, both teams going with what appears to be their number 1 here through the preseason invitational. The freshman for Glenbrook South, Thomas Preston, 3-0 record here through 3 preseason invitational games, 1.33 goals against average, and a 97 save percentage, He's made 97 saves on the nice even 100 shots he's seen so far at this tournament. On the other side for Glenbrook North, no surprise, it's going to be the varsity veteran Michael Raderman, a 2-0-1 record at this tournament, with 1 loss being to New Trier Green in a shootout. 1.67 goals allowed average and a 904 save percentage. Teams line up at center ice. Titans in white, Spartans in black. Drop of the puck, and we are underway. North versus South here in the preseason. Weller, who had 2 assists last game, and that one's just offsides as Sokol got it to Cesario, but the Titans start with possession, and we get our first whistle 14 seconds in. Titans' 5th game in the last 4 days. They'll hope to make it 6 games in 4 days. If they can get a win here, they'll advance to the championship, which will be played at 5 p.m. against the winner of the New Trier Green versus York game. New Trier up 1-0. That game dropped the puck about 20 minutes before this one. And another false start on the face-off. This time the puck does fall, and it's won by the Spartans. Semmelhack goes over, Lions over the zone, or over the line, I should say. He tries a dump-in shot, goes right to Aiden Weller, and now back out to the neutral zone. Weller off the near board. Cesario settles it down. Jonathan Cesario with 2 goals in yesterday's win over the Lake Forest Scouts, that 5-1 win last night. Spartans over the line. Here's a shot. That one over Preston's net. Now another try on target. We'll see if that counts as a shot. Now a centering pass looking for Rubin, but getting in the way is Aiden Weller's stick, and he'll clear it out. They do count it as a North shot, so they lead 1-0 in that department. Both teams change them up. Spartans trying to beat them in doing that. Walker in neutral ice. All he'll do is dump it down. Matter of fact, he's the last guy who hadn't changed yet, so he'll skate to the bench. Now the Spartans onside over the line. Here's a centering pass looking for Hendrickson, maybe Pylum as well. Hendrickson now centers it. Here's a shot, that one wide of the net. Throw it in front. Here's another shot, Hendrickson, and that wouldn't go, and we get a whistle. I believe that's for the net. Yeah, they'll fix the net. A flurry of chances there by the Spartans. Good block there by Fagan. Here's a look at Joel Schneider's camera angle. Neutral, or I should say defensive zone draw for the Titans. Here's a shot. Rosen Hendrickson got a tip on it, and Preston made the save. Rebound thrown in front, and another stop by Preston. This time he hangs on. So the Spartans pressuring early in their attacking zone. I think Hendrickson got a deflection on that. But the freshman goaltender for Glenbrook South, Thomas Preston, up to the task so far. Back underway, face-off taken by the Titans. Here comes Ben Stevens. He had a goal and an assist in yesterday's 5-1 win over Lake Forest. To the near side corner, they try and clear it out. Fagan keeps it in. Ben Stevens tried to get a tip on that one. He could not. Now Weiss, right point, got it over the left side. Pajerski tips it down into the corner, then sends it up high to Vanderplug. Vanderplug shoots. That one blocked on its way to the net, never reached the target. Now Pajerski, fan on a shot, he'll send it up high instead. Vanderplug shoots, and the save made by Raderman. Michael Raderman's first stop of this game. Michael Raderman, I believe his varsity debut was his sophomore year. He's now a senior, all this time later. For Evan Polakidis is clear #1 choice in net over the last little while. Titans have seen lots of Raderman over the years. He started, I believe, the past 2 North-South games, or actually maybe it was that other goalie they had. I'm blanking on the name right now that started 2 years ago, but he started last season's. As a matter of fact, all 3 games in the season series against Glenbrook South. GBS playing an SHL team for the 3rd time in a row at this tournament. They beat York 3-2, Lake Forest 5-1, and now Glenbrook North. As a matter of fact, 7 SHL teams entered this tournament of those 24, and well, all 7 made it to the quarterfinals of this tournament, the one outlier being Plainfield. That's who GBN beat last night to make it to the semifinal. They won that game 4-3. However, they outshot them 45-14. It was a exciting finish. Gerard and I were here watching, knowing that GBS would be playing the winner of that game. Here's a shot for the point, tip. That one just leaks outside. Now this one played off the glass and out to the neutral zone. And just offsides. .35 to go in period #1. Scoreless game between the Titans and Spartans. Appreciate you spending your Sunday afternoon with us. I know maybe in about 25 minutes, there will be some that have a double screen going as the Bears season gets underway at noon. Ryan Mulvey, he scored a power play goal last night for South. Got it to Surma, who also scored in that game. Frank Surma, 3 goals and an assist so far at the tournament. Him and Cesario tied for the lead in goals through a small sample size, 3 each in the 4 games GBS has played. Leader in points, though, is Adam Sokol. He doesn't have a goal, but he has 5 assists, and 5 points is the most out of any skater wearing blue and gold. Now this is Jake Semmelhack, returning varsity member from last year. Got it to Jerzik, and they can't clear the zone. Now they do get it outside. Mulvey will lift it in, goes down to the corner. 3 apiece in terms of shots on goal. Relatively evenly played match so far. On paper, it's as even as you get. Tied score and tied shots. Cesario up to Weller, right side, slings it over for Mulvey, but it comes outside the zone and over the blue line, so the Titans will settle it down. A giveaway to Miller of Glenbrook North. And now Stevens, with one hand on his stick, hacks it into the zone. Walker, neutral ice, looking for a man, settling it down, Tristan Miller. Now Rubin. Daniel Rubin, 3 goals and an assist so far at this tournament. Him and Charlie Walker. As a matter of fact, also Jackson Sterner, a 3-way tie for the most goals on this Spartans team at the preseason Invitational. Pajerski couldn't get it out. Rubin kept it alive. Here's a shot. That one floats wide. And the Titans able to clear this one out. Jonah Weiss. Here's Vanderploeg. Off the boards. This one goes all the way down for an icing. And that'll stop play. 11:21 to go in the first period. Scoreless game between North and South. Both these teams have had really nice first periods at this tournament. GBN outscoring teams 4-1 in the first period. GBS outscoring teams 5-1. The third period is where GBS has really shined. 7-1 the differential. They did not allow a third period goal until last night in, I'd say, garbage time against Lake Forest when it was already 4-0. Vanderploeg, this one deflects towards the net. Cesario blew a tire. One man lost his stick, that's of the Spartans. Rosen able to pick that up. Will Fagan sends it in, just stays inbounds off the glass. No protective netting here as this one's poked ahead. Here comes Pliam. He tried to center it for Henriksen, that didn't connect. So here come the Titans the other way. It's Adam Sokol over the line. Down the left wing, puts on the brakes at the corner, sends it up high, but right to Pliam. Spartans able to get it outside the zone as Sterner dumps it down. 10-12 to go in the first period. Dylan Ward here on the call. Zach Boris off the near boards, got it to himself. Boris turning on the Jets, gets around one man. He tried a backhand shot, Patrick Kane style, and that did not beat Raderman. Now this one sent all the way down, this time by the Spartans, and that'll be an icing. Good play by Zach Boris going coast to coast, and maybe that hits the post. We'll probably get a better view on this angle. That's Joel Schneider. Yeah, that's off the post. Pardon me, no save by Raderman. But a good chance for the Titans to get on the board early. Again, big shout out to Joel Schneider providing our camera B feed. Gerard Boris on camera A. As our broadcasting setup continues to get more and more advanced. Let's look at both of them at once. How fun is that? Under 10 to go in the first period. 4-3 the shots on goal in favor of GBS. And a face-off coming up at the left circle. Here's Luke Fagan. Back for McPherson. Cole McPherson out to Higgins in neutral ice. Jack Higgins to Boris. Zach Boris takes a check into the near boards by Lions, and they will catch him for offsides. Bunch of whistles here in the last couple of minutes of play. Still waiting for our first puck to the back of the net. New Trier still holding that 1-0 lead over the York Dukes. The winner of each of this game and that game will play each other today at 5 p.m. in the final. Here's a shot, Lions into the zone from the right side. That one wouldn't go. New Trier Green has won this tournament 3 consecutive seasons. Backhand shot by Fagan and another try. Raderman makes the save. And he'll hang on. Last 3 years, New Trier has beaten one of these Glenbrook teams in the final as they defeated the Glenbrook North Spartans last season 1-0. And the 2 years before that, they defeated the Glenbrook South Titans. Both of those by 1 goal as well. GBS looking to get back to the final here at this preseason invitational for the first time since 2022. Last season they lost to New Trier Green in the semifinal before New Trier Green beat GBN in the final. Titans with more attacking zone possession. Here's a shot by Weller from the right point that deflects wide. Now Stevens goes up to Mulvey. Mulvey couldn't keep it in the zone. He'll chase back after it. Pressure behind him, but he gets there in time to get it to Weller. Now Weiss, Jonah Weiss into the zone. Goal and an assist for Jonah Weiss here at this preseason invitational. Now Weller backhands it into the zone. GBN will take over. Rosen out to Miller and poke back down. GBS looking to continue an undefeated streak over GBN. Pardon me, not undefeated, but they are 10-1-1 in their last 12 games against the Spartans, dating back to that 2021-2022 season. Only 1 regulation loss that came in the SHL playoffs. Besides that, regular season in the SHL, Spartans have not beaten the Titans in regulation since pre-pandemic times. Of course, this is not an SHL game, so it won't count in the standings, but it is a tournament. It's a competitive game. It's not an exhibition. That's an icing, and that stops the clock with 7:34 to go in the first period. Neither team on the board yet. GBS leading shots 6-3. Both these teams, very similar stats. GBS averaging 4.25 goals per game at this tournament. GBN a nice even 4. GBN averaging 2.0 goals allowed this tournament per game. GBS allowing 1.5 on average. Some real nice performances as well by Thomas Preston, the freshman goaltender for Jim Philbin. Get a .970 save percentage. Again, small sample size, just those 3 games, but he made quite a few saves in those 3 games. Adam Sokol goes to Vanderploeg. Back off the boards for Will Fagan. Fagan looking for his first point. The lone skater out there for GBS without one, although he is a defenseman. Now his brother will take over, Luke Fagan. He comes into the zone, takes a big hit from Semmelhack. And here come the Spartans the other direction. Lions into the zone, takes a shot, blocked by Boris in close. Ovanyan from behind the goal line. Now it's taken by Fagan. Fagan gets taken down from behind. It's going to be a penalty against the Spartans. Cross-checking the call, and that'll send the Titans to the power play. You have to call that just about every time. And GBS is going to the power play, and all power plays on the South Hockey Network are brought to you by RSM. Big thank you to them for returning as our power play sponsor. GBS's power play off to a rocky start in the first few games of the tournament, but then 3 out of 4 against Lake Forest. And they'll get back to work. 30.8% on the power play. Jonah Weiss with a shot, and that goes into the glove of Raderman. Back to the right circle, GBN on the penalty kill. They haven't been shorthanded much, only 2 times per game on average. They are 7 for 8 on the kill, just with 1 power play goal allowed. As a battle of special teams here on both ends of the spectrum. This one's cleared, but not all the way down, just to the neutral zone where Vanderploeg picks it up. Asher Vanderploeg. Pajurski, now Weiss deflects it in. Semmelhack gets to it, and after it hops over a stick initially, he'll get it out to the neutral zone where Mulvey will reset. Already 45 seconds gone on the power play for GBS. Pajurski to Mulvey, and puck taken by Walker of the Spartans. He'll dump it down. Really nice PK here for the Spartans. Against this power play, riding that hot streak into this game for the Titans. This pass misses, and they'll get another clear. Lions out to the neutral zone, grabbed by Vanderploeg. Surma will bail him out. Now Cesario at the blue line. Surma picks it up and goes to Mulvey with it, who dumps it in. Under 5 to go in the period, 35 to go on the power play as the Spartans clear it down again, drawing applause from the right side of the bleachers. Here comes Mulvey through the neutral zone. Ryan Mulvey over the line, leaves it for Adam Sokol. Sokol looking over his options, spins to elude Semmelhack, then gets it up for Cesario, who keeps it in the attacking zone. Down to Sokol, right circle. Over to the left point, Aiden Weller takes a shot. That one just wide of the net. Nice passing here by the Titans. As the power play comes to an end, we are back to 5-on-5, so the Titans 0 for 1 with a man up here in this game. Out to the neutral zone, fresh off the bench, is Dylan Lytell. He'll send it back down to the Spartans' end, but it's recovered by Rosen, and they will send this one all the way down for an icing. Stopping the clock with 3:38 to go in the first period. GBS leading shots on goal now 7-3 after it was 3-3. So they're on a 4-0 shooting streak. But the game still tied at 0. We'll drop the puck at the left circle. GBS with another attacking zone draw. It's one back up high. Fagan goes across to the right side. Weller, he takes a shot. That one wide of the net. Aiden Weller, 3 assists so far at the preseason invitational. Looking for his first goal. He's been taking a lot of shots from the point here in this game. Now Pliam for the Spartans, puts on the brakes, takes a hit into the boards. And that one recovered by the Titans and cleared out to the neutral zone. These two teams, first of at least 4 meetings this season. This one and the 3 regular season SHL games, including that elusive one on Thanksgiving Eve at Centennial Ice Rink. Back at Centennial for the 5th year in a row after it used to be at Glenview Ice Center for many years past. It's always a big highlight on the schedule if you're either of these teams or just a fan of the SHL, high school hockey in general. That's always an electric atmosphere. Looking forward to that game taking place as the season rolls along, but every team 0-0 in the SHL. Opening night for the league, Lake Forest and New Trier Green play on Wednesday. GBS's opening night, though, October 4th, on the road against York. And the way they design the schedule for the SHL, they always make it so that the first meeting between these two rivals is that Thanksgiving Eve game. And usually they have not met in any competition before that. So head coaches of both these sides, Jim Philbin and Evan Polakidis, both longtime coaches for their respective squads, will have some notes when it comes time for that game in November based on how this one went. False start on the face-off. We'll drop it again. 2:14 to go in the first. 0-0 game. Again, both these teams with only one goal allowed in period number 1 through 4 games at this preseason invitational. The lone goal GBS allowed in the first period was that one 3 minutes into the first game against Maine Hockey Club. Since then, they have not conceded in period number 1. Henriksen tips it into the zone, catches up to the puck, has some space. Henriksen centers it, blue paint. Nobody there in black to finish that chance. 100 seconds to go in the first period. Will either team find the back of the net before we switch sides? 7-4, the shots on goal now in favor of the Titans. Here comes Pajerski skating through neutral ice. Goes across to the left side for Surma. And now hacked back out to the neutral zone. Ryan Mulvey picks it up. He will dump it in. Sticked off to the side by Raderman. Michael Raderman has made all 7 saves he's needed to. And so has Thomas Preston. Here's a shot by Mulvey, that one just wide of the net. Maybe a slight piece of the blocker by Raderman. Now hit by Lyons on Pajerski. I think that's going to be a penalty against the Spartans. Yeah, interference. They're going to call him for it. And that's going to put the Titans on the power play for the second time of the game. We'll see if we got a good look at that. And yeah, he hits him into the bench. And the ref made the call. Interference is an interesting call, because Pajerski had the puck, but the Titans will take it. Back to the power play, and once again, all power plays on the South Hockey Network brought to you by RSM. Titans 0 for 1. Vanderplug shoots, blocked on its way, and where's the puck? I think it got stuck in someone's equipment, and the ref lost sight of it for an extended period of time, so he blew it dead. 6 seconds have dripped away on the power play. 49 seconds to go in the first period. Unless the Titans score, this power play will continue on into this second period once we switch sides. Mulvey over to the left point. Vanderplug to the slot. Sokol looked to spin and get it to his forehand. He couldn't get a shot away. And the Spartans able to clear the zone. Titans rush back in. Adam Sokol down the left wing side behind the goal line. Cesario back up high. Vanderplug. Vanderplug over to Mulvey right side. Off the near boards down to Surma. 22 seconds in the period. Mulvey gets it back to Vanderplug. Vanderplug fan on his pass down to Cesario in the corner. And as a result, the Spartans clear it all the way. Do the Titans have time for one more here? They only have 5 seconds on the clock. Vanderplug looking for Sokol waiting at the blue line. Ryan Mulvey will just try a desperate shot. And then it's a good thing the clock expired for the Titans, because Walker was right there at the blue line looking for a potential breakaway pass. And that's going to finish period number 1. 17 minutes are in the books. Neither team with a goal so far. The Titans will have the remaining 1 minute 5 seconds on the RSM power play when the second period gets underway. Going to take a brief timeout here on the South Hockey Network. Mute our mic just for a minute or so. Be right back. This is Dylan Ward. You know what? Can I make it so that Joel's camera like on the replay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. Just so we have something different than the main cam first, and then if we have enough time, it goes back to your view. All right, folks, welcome back to the South Hockey Network. Second period coming up here between the Titans and the Spartans. Glenbrook South, Glenbrook North, North and South. Green versus blue, however you want to say it. These two teams not very big fans of each other. These two schools just down the road. And their ice rink separated by just about maybe a mile or two down Finkston Road. Anyway, we're underway in the second period, and the teams have switched sides, so the Titans now will shoot from right to left. Bench on the attacking side for both teams. Still some time on the power play. Vanderplug over to Cesario. Back up to Mulvey. Right point Mulvey over to Vanderplug on the left side. Now Adam Sokol. Try to shot. Semmelhack gets in the way of that pass. Sokol up to Vanderplug, shoot. And that one got blocked by the skate. And the Spartans will just get it past Vanderplug's stick and out of the zone. One more rush on the power play. Here comes Surma through neutral ice. Nice couple of moves there. Frank Surma to Cesario, back to Surma. Behind the net, threw it up to Vanderplug. He'll try a shot. It wouldn't have counted as the net was off. And the ref blows the whistle. Maybe a little late, but Vanderplug not robbed as the artificial save was made by Raderman. 16:08 to go in the second. Titans will have one more face-off here with the power play. 13 seconds to go. On that penalty to Logan Lyons. And the Spartans will waste no time, clear it all the way down. That's going to finish the power play. And the Titans now 0 for 2 with a man advantage here in this game. Mulvey got his pocket picked. This is Charlie Walker for the Spartans. Now down to the far side boards, Rubin, Semmelhack, and up to the left point. Here's a shot blocked by Weller. Now Shemerick. And lifting the stick and stealing the puck, Jonah Weiss. He'll lead the charge outside the zone, but the ref's skate gets in the way. No problem for the Titans as Pajerski gets it back. Now a pass up to Weiss by Weller. Jonah Weiss thought about entering the zone, didn't have a clear path. Then he gets smashed into the near boards after he dumps the puck in. Dylan Ward here on the call with you. Gerard Boris, our producer. Brad Cesario keeping score, top left corner of your screen. Also a big shout out to Joel Schneider, the longtime videographer for the Glenbrook North Spartans, colleague of ours. And we're tapped into his camera feed B. And Ben Stevens looking to hack this one out of the reach of one Spartan. That's Jackson. Now Pajerski has it. Backhander to the slot and sticked away by Lyons. Still 0-0 between these rivals. A pass up to Ovanian. Spartans odd man rush. He'll try a shot. Save made by Preston with the pad. And it stays 0-0. The Titans will ice this one down. Thomas Preston has been solid for Jim Philbin's crew. The freshman goaltender making the stop there. .14:31 to go in the second. And a D-zone draw for the Titans coming up. Circle to Preston's right. Boris is ready for the draw. He wins it to the far side. It's played off the boards, and McPherson able to backhand this one ahead. And Preston, Charlie Preston, plays it off the near boards to look to get it out. Spartans dump it right back in. Who will score the first goal of this one? There's certainly been chances both ways, but both goaltenders up to the task so far. Nice chip play to get it to Boris. He's got a partial breakaway. He shoots, and the save made by Raderman. Zach Boris gets the puck back below the goal line, up to McPherson. He'll try a shot, blocked by Jackson. And the puck comes outside the zone, 2-on-1 for GBN. Logan Lyons down the right wing, tried to center it, but what a play by Luke Fagan, laying down to block that pass over. Good play by the sophomore rookie defenseman. Now Dylan Lytell into the zone save, rebound Boris, another save by Raderman. And the action starting to pick up here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. GBN will dump this down, and the Titans will pick it back up in their own zone. Long pass out to Preston, he tips it ahead, looking for Cesario. Jonathan Cesario chasing after it. Down below the goal line, he lost his stick in the process. Now this one played off the boards, GBN the other way. Sterner, and Luke Fagan recovers it, gave it up, here's a shot, and a save made by Preston. End-to-end action here between North and South. North-South hockey in more ways than one. Now Vanderploeg. Asher will come over the line, the defenseman leading the charge here, circles behind the net, centered it, and the net comes off its moorings, and we get a whistle to stop a nice flow of action here. Got a couple replays to digest here. This is the chance for GBN, the big save there. The Lytell shot, big rebound. Boris threw it on net again. Another big rebound, but nobody there in blue and gold. Boy, oh boy. Whoever scores the first goal is going to gain a ton of momentum here. And we still don't know who it's going to be. Vanderploeg up to Sokol in neutral ice. Rubin tried to get it past him. He could not. Now Pliam will backhand it down to the near side corner. Henriksen takes a big hit from Vanderploeg into the corner. And now Fagan gets it back to Asher Vanderploeg. Sokol will pick it up below the goal line, get it up to Jonathan Cesario. A pass ahead to Surma, tape to tape, nice reception. Frank Surma, a couple moves to get around the defender, but lost the puck in the process. And it comes back out to the neutral zone. After a slow first period, this second has been filled with action. Really nice pass there by Cesario to get it to Surma. And then, ooh, if he could only just get on that inside, near side to get that puck back. Close but no cigar yet for the Titans. Nutra Green has taken a 2-0 lead over at the Olympic rink over the York Dukes. A close game in shots, 18-17, the lead for the Trevians. But they lead the game 2-0, and that's the most important stat in hockey. Really nothing else matters besides number of goals you score. Winner of each of those games, that game and this game, I should say, will play each other later tonight. Preston able to cover that one up and avoid a dangerous look for the Spartans. Loose puck. Good ability to track it down by Preston. Thomas Preston wearing the temporary 39. Once he gets his official Glenbrook South hockey jersey, it'll be 41 for the Titans goaltender. Pajerski lifts it out of the zone with the backhand. It's picked up in neutral ice by the Spartans. Luke Jackson given away to Ben Stevens, and Stevens will arc it out. Delayed offsides for the Spartans. They'll have to tag up. That allows the Titans to get the puck. And here comes Mulvey. Now Weiss back to Weller in his own zone, looking for Ben Stevens. It will not be an icing as the ref concludes that it took a deflection on its way. Here's a shot from the point that just sails wide of the net. I'm not sure if it was a shot or a pass, but either way, no goal. Now Jackson over the line. Weiss was trying to strip it from his stick. Luke Jackson able to keep up possession with the puck. Playing it behind the net, nobody there for the Spartans, and the Titans able to recover. Now Weiss through neutral ice, has Pajerski waiting at the blue line. He'll dump it in. Weiss, after he dumps it in, Surma chasing after the puck. He didn't get there in time. We continue to roll on here without a goal by either team. Titans and Spartans tied at 0 with under 10 minutes to go in the second. McPherson shoots, save, rebound, Surma. That one also stopped by Raderman. Titans now with 13 shots on goal. And all 13 did not go. Surma sends it up. Here's Fagan across for McPherson. He has some room. He shoots. Good save by Raderman. In and out of the glove. And this one cleared out to the neutral zone once again by the Spartans. Luke Fagan down to Cesario. He'll backhand it in. Semmelhack will take it. Ovanian out to the left side. Jackson will dump it in. Lytle gives him a hit afterwards. As we are now halfway through this hockey game without a goal by either team. There must be a winner in this one. Here's a pass to Rubin. He has a chance. Big save made by Preston. One-on-one chance for the Spartans. Maybe their best yet. And Thomas Preston makes the stop. Daniel Rubin with the look there. He's had 3 goals and an assist so far at this tournament. Got to give credit to McPherson as well, contesting him. I want to give a big shout out to Andrew Rubin, the older brother of Daniel Rubin, former Glenbrook North Spartan hockey player and a colleague of mine, co-worker with the SHL network. I've done plenty of games with him over the years, including some GBS versus GBN games. I know he said he might watch, but he had baseball practice. Maybe he's watching later on, though. He's the one who supplied me with that information as well, that these two teams did meet in the preseason invitational once before in the SHL era, back in 2018. About 6 years ago to the date, almost, September 10th. Today's the 8th. A 6-5 overtime win by the Spartans. And as a matter of fact, these two teams in recent memory have been involved in some pretty high-scoring games. You look at their 3 matchups last season in the SHL. The first one, GBN won 5-4. The second one, GBS won 5-2. And the third, GBS won 6-3. So you got 9 goals, 7 goals, and 9 goals in the 3 games they played last season. Here's Boris. Scrum in front of the net. Some chaos, and eventually the backhander is stopped by Raderman. Now Higgins getting into it behind the net with one of the Spartans. Let's take a look at that opportunity for GBS again. Joel Schneider on camera B for our main replay look. He's real smooth with the zoom. South lead shots on goal, 16-7. But still anyone's game. Clean face-off win. Weller shoots, save made by Raderman. Rebound Ben Stevens. Now another centering pass. Pajerski threw it in the slot. Weiss, and that wouldn't go, and the net kicked off. And that's about the 3rd time Raderman's net has come loose here in this game. It's not just that one on that side either. It happened on the other side. I don't think that's intentional, as that's always a little bit controversial, whether it is intentional or not. Because when there's a flurry of offense on that net, that is an immediate whistle. As this one lifted out by Mulvey, but unlucky, he hits maybe a 2-inch wide pole hanging down from the ceiling. 9 out of 10 times, really more like 99 out of 100 times that would have been clean, but instead the Titans will take a D-zone face-off as a result. Who will strike first between these two bitter rivals? Here comes Jonah Weiss. He has Ben Stevens with him. Weiss over the line on the right wing side. He lost the puck, and Charlie Rosen able to get it to the near side where it's cleared out by Walker, and it will just go far enough to be a Spartan icing. Titans with an attacking zone faceoff coming up. A suspiciously low amount of penalties in this game, especially after the game against Brother Rice for the Glenbrook South Titans. What did we determine? There were 42 penalty minutes in that game by the Titans alone, but in this game between these two rivals, the scorekeeper has not been very busy. Only 2 penalties put into the iPad, both against the Spartans, and no goals yet. Adam Sokol. Off the boards, it's given up to Contreras. Brendan Contreras now settled down by Sterner. He gets it out of the zone. Vanderplug. Jackson gets ahead of him. 2-on-1 for the Spartans. A pass across, and they fanned on it. Oh, boy. Jerzyk had a wide open net. Most of the time, that's going to be buried for a goal, but the Titans lucky to not concede there. There's going to be a penalty here. As the referee raises his arm, the ref and linesman have been kind of sharing duties all weekend long. Refs have been calling offsides. Linesmen have been calling penalties, so I wasn't exactly sure. I thought that was going to be delayed offsides, but instead it will be a penalty against Glenbrook North. So for the 3rd time in this game, it's a power play for the Titans. All power plays on the South Hockey Network, brought to you by RSM. And GBS 0 for 2 in this game. They were 3 for 4 in yesterday's game. But before that, they were 1 out of 9 coming into that. Let's see if that power play can click this time as GBN will clear it out. Glenbrook North with 1 shorthanded goal so far at this tournament belongs to Thomas Henriksen. GBS without a shorthanded goal. Here's Ruben. He shoots. Blockered away by Preston, settling it down and shooting is the Spartans' Walker, and another save made by Preston. Halfway through, or pardon me, 1/4 of the way through the power play for GBS. And the only shots on goal have belonged to GBN. They'll look to clear it out again. They can't do it this time. Vanderplug keeps it alive, right point, shoots, and the save made by Raderman. Lots of traffic between Vanderplug and the net, but it goes cleanly on target. Spartans able to clear it again. 1 minute to go on this power play for GBS. They'd love to break the ice here before the teams head to the locker room. Great opportunity here with a man up. Mulvey, that one goes off the back of the net. Then Mulvey gets it back to the far side, Stevens. Ben Stevens throws it over the near side for Luke Fagan. Pardon me, that's Will Fagan. The Fagan brothers, both GBS program rookies, both sophomores, twins. Stevens gets it up to Fagan. He'll take a shot, blocked on its way in close and hurting after making the block, Tristan Miller. Now back up high, over to the right side. 20 to go on the power play. Luke Fagan shoots, blockered away by Raderman. Now Sokol gets it back. Left point to Fagan, across to Fagan. And the Spartans find it and clear it. Good flurry of opportunities there for the Titans on the power play. But they'll fall to 0 for 3 on the man advantage, and we stay 0-0. Rossi, or Jerzyk, I should say, and the Spartans offsides. And Jerzyk getting into it with one of the Fagan brothers, that looks like Will. And here at the preseason invitational, no love lost between these two rivals. Again, we might be a little biased here on the South Hockey Network, but I do believe that this is the biggest rivalry in Illinois high school hockey. A close second being Loyola Nutra. Actually, they're going to give a penalty to Luke Fagan for that. So the Titans to the box for the first time in the game. And GBN now, after 3 unsuccessful power plays for the Titans, will get their first look with a man up. All penalty kills for GBS brought to you by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys. So the Titans will try and clear this one out, try to kill the penalty, I should say, before the break. Maybe score a shorthanded goal of their own. They have not done that yet at this tournament. Only 1 power play goal for the Spartans through their first 4 games. 7.7%. They're 1 out of 13. GBS on the PK, pretty solid. 10 out of 13 for a 77%. Well, maybe that's not so solid. Anyway, Lions, right circle, takes a shot. Preston makes the save. Now Lions gets it back. Down low below the line for Walker. Charlie Walker. Now Daniel Rubin gets it back to Walker below the line. 30 seconds into the power play, up to Lions right point. He sends it over for Semmelhack. Down to the circle, Daniel Rubin. To the slot, and here's a one-time attempt by Henriksen. That didn't work. Lions back to Henriksen, goes to the corner, and Ryan Mulvey will sling it around the boards, or at least try to. Takes a funny hop, and the Spartans will retain possession. Now Rubin below the line, centering past the Lions. That one just out of his reach, or bounced over his stick. Lions with another shot. That took a deflection and goes wide of the net. Now Rubin. Evan Polakidis still with PP1 out there. Semmelhack takes a shot from the point, takes a deflection and goes wide of the net. 40 seconds to go on this Spartan power play. 2.5 to go in the period. Still 0-0. Here's Rubin. Up to Semmelhack. High slot, Cesario pokes it out. Titans might have a shorthanded look. Cesario leads a 2-on-1. He takes a shot. That one just wide of the net. Not sure if he realized he had Sokol that close behind him. Maybe the pass is the better option there, but either way, Titans not able to score shorthanded. As we get down to 2:10 to go in the second period. Benji Pajerski. He'll come ahead shorthanded again. Got it to Surma, close to offsides. Back to Pajerski. Puck sitting at the goal line. They score! Frank Surma tapped it in. Pajerski's shot snuck past Raderman and sat on the goal line. Frank Surma was the first to get to it, and that's the first goal of the game. Glenbrook South leads 1-0. How about that? Frank Surma's team-leading 4th goal of the preseason invitational. And it comes 1 second after the power play expired, so it will not be an official shorthanded goal, but that was a really nice penalty kill by the Titans, and it paid off with the artificial shorty. 1-0. So the Titans do indeed find the back of the net before the intermission. Now they'll look to keep this lead and head into the third period with the lead and the fresh sheet of ice. Vanderplug able to clear that out to the neutral zone. And out of all of the great chances both of these teams had, go figure that's the one that goes in. And right now it's the difference. Out to the neutral zone. Maybe the Titans can add another. But I think the #1 priority right now is to not allow this game to be tied up heading into the intermission. De Leon, as the Spartans back in their own zone with it. Liam deflects it in. 40 seconds to play in the second. Fagan down in the near side corner. De Leon. And a penalty coming up as a Spartan's taken down, and Titans are going to go back to the box. So again, an unofficial shorthanded goal, but for all intents and purposes, a shorthanded goal. Last time the Titans killed a penalty. Asher Vanderploeg to the box. And how fitting, as the PKs on the South Hockey Network are brought to you by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. This power play for the Spartans will carry over into the third period with a fresh sheet of ice if they don't score right here. Lions right point. Now to Henriksen. Mulvey looking to clear it out. Lions gets it back right point. Only 20 seconds. Puck sent down below the goal line. Weller and Walker battling for it. Walker finds it. He'll try a wraparound. Maybe instead he'll just come to the right circle. 10 to go. Walker looking for an option. Stays on sides. Takes a shot. Deflected high and out of the rink by Steiner. Or excuse me, by Preston. Teetering on that blue line. Walker was. 5.4 seconds. Plenty of time to draw something up here for Glenbrook North. Sokol gets kicked out of the face-off circle. Cesario will come in instead. Lions takes a shot, looking for a deflection by Semmelhack. Now that's thrown in front, and not enough time for the Spartans. The horn sounds, and these two teams will head into the locker room. Only one goal scored in the hockey game. It belongs to the Glenbrook South Titans' Frank Surma, and that's the difference. Heading into period number 3. Titans dominating though, leading shots on goal 21-11. And with the opportunities that both teams have had, this could easily be maybe 4-2, 3-2, just a higher scoring game than it is, but nope, just 1-0. All right, so we'll take a timeout here on the South Hockey Network, mute our mics, but stay right here live on YouTube. Don't you dare go anywhere. Third period between North and South coming up shortly here on the South Hockey Network. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from Seven Bridges Ice Arena. It is the Glenbrook South Titans with a 1-0 lead heading into the third period over their arch rival, the Glenbrook North Spartans. Dylan Ward here on the call with you. Gerard Boris, our producer. Brad Cesario keeping score in the top left corner of your screen. And Joel Schneider has been helping us out with a secondary angle with the camera. Big thank you to Joel, the videographer for GBN. We're tapped into his camera, and he does a really nice job filming for the Spartans, just like Gerard does a nice job for the Titans. All right, the ice has been cut. The Spartans still have some time on the power play. 1:10 to go, to be specific. The Glenbrook North power play, 0 for 1. And the Titans with an artificial shorthanded goal last time GBN had a power play. I say that because it was 1 second after the penalty had expired, but the breakaway that led to it was shorthanded. Semmelhack at the left point. Down to Rubin. Between the legs of Weller, he got it to Walker. Spartans looking to tie this thing up. Semmelhack with a shot. Big save by Preston. And Mulvey will clear it out and down. Give Mulvey credit for a 190-foot shot on goal. That was stopped by Raderman. Now here comes Logan Lyons. Down below the goal line, Lyons circling up to the right point. Goes to Semmelhack. Now back to Lyons. He plays it off the boards, gets it down to the right circle for Henriksen. That comes outside the zone. And they blow it dead for offsides. And it was the right call, but I'm not sure why they didn't wait to make it a delayed offsides. But instead, they'll bring the face-off back out to the neutral zone, effectively ending GBN's power play. Only 4 seconds to go on it. Preseason Invitational, game number 5 for the Titans this weekend. 1 game Thursday, 1 game Friday, a doubleheader yesterday. And the Titans are hoping it's another doubleheader as they play today. They're going to look to make it a 2-0 lead now. Pajerski trying to slide it over. What a play. Diving by Vincent Serra to make the block. Not allowing a shot on goal. Sterner. His shot goes wide. Puck down to the right side corner. GBN controlling this third period so far. Now Nick Jackson. Sterner will dump this one down. Bounces off the boards and goes to the far side. Puck picked up by Weiss. Jonah Weiss. The pass out to Stevens. He deflects it into the zone. And just not before the red line, so it's an icing. I want to give a very special shout out to a couple people I know who are watching. My dad, John Ward. If the Titans win this game and advance to the final, we'll be here again to broadcast it, of course. And my dad, John Ward, who's done color with me a handful of times, will be doing color with me for the first time this season. I know he's watching this game with his sisters, Mary and Liz, both my aunts, of course, and my grandma, Elizabeth Ventura, otherwise known as Nani. Big shout out to all you guys watching back in Evanston. Now here's Rosen backhand shot, and the pad save was made by Preston. De Leon gets the rebound in neutral ice. They will dump it down. 14:08 to go in the third period. De Leon takes a shot. Save made by Preston, deflects up high. 2 saves to check in on here. Let's have a look. De Leon found a lane, got that shot away, and then this one, entering the zone, Rosen. That first backhand shot. Another good save by Preston. Thomas Preston has been rock solid in net for the Titans. Now Miller, down to Plyam, now in front, Jackson, and sticked out of there by Preston. Now a shot from the right side, wouldn't go. And a hit into the near boards. Adam Sokol picks it up. Giveaway in neutral ice, and the Spartans will dump it right back down. Only one goal in the game. It belongs to Frank Surma, assisted by Pajerski. Again, not an official shorthanded goal, but pretty much one. Frank Surma now at 4 goals on the season. Can he make it 5? As he leads the charge, takes a shot. That didn't miss by much. Just sails over the crossbar. Now the other direction come the Spartans. A collision between Vanderploeg and Pliam in open ice. And the puck comes out to the neutral zone. Pajerski with the assist on that goal is now a goal and 3 assists for 4 points here at the preseason invitational. Benji Pajerski now in his senior year on varsity for the 3rd year in a row, and an impressive improvement for Benji Pajerski over a small sample size through this preseason invitational. So now with Surma reaching 5 points, he ties Adam Sokol for the most points on this team here at the preseason invitational, and therefore the season. As these are the only games the Titans have played against other teams so far on the year. GBN with a 6-0 win over Providence Catholic at Northbrook Sports Center before this game. That was a preseason game. So they have one more game under their belt than the Titans do. Now here's Pajerski. Down below the goal line. Titans will have 2 preseason games next week. At home at Glenview Ice Center against Bennett Tuesday night. Here's a centering pass. Weiss turning in, trying to get it to Pajerski, but he couldn't deflect it home. And they'll travel to Oak Lawn on Thursday night for a meeting with Brother Rice, a team they beat 4-1 earlier at this tournament. Now here's Rubin in the slot, backhander, and where's the puck? It just gets deflected wide. We'll see if we got a good look on the replay. Now below the goal line, this one thrown to Rubin. He shoots off the crossbar. Daniel Rubin, that close to GBN's first goal of this game, but his shot clean off the iron. Watch number 85 in black, left circle. This will be a great look. Oh man, right there. Spartans kicking the bench. Trying to give their team some momentum here. As they have closed the margin in shots, it is now 22-17 in shots on goal. So we get a whistle here. Titans led shots in the first and second period, 7-4 and 14-7 respectively, but this period has been all GBN. They lead shots here in the third, 6-1. Preston with some impressive saves that we've checked out the replay for. And not only those 6 shots, but that one off the crossbar as well. Now this is Vanderploeg. They try and get it out. They can't get past the blue line. Sarah goes down to the far side corner where Sokol will take it. Adam Sokol up to Surma. Surma lifts it out to the neutral zone for Cesario, but it's past him. Now Sokol tried to kick it ahead, but the puck just under his skate. 1-0 the lead for the Titans. The lone goal coming in the late moments of the second period. Frank Surma just forced it over the line after the puck was just laying on the goal line. After a Pajerski shot squeaked through the goaltender, but not across. Good play by Fagan to keep it in. Now Sokol far side corner, lost the puck, and the Spartans able to lift this one out. That does deflect off something on the ceiling, but the refs didn't catch it. So we'll play on. Usually that's a whistle. You can see the thing it hit kind of teetering up there. And we're going to get a penalty, a slash. So the fact that they didn't blow the whistle actually costs the Spartans, because immediately after there's a slashing penalty against Rosen, and of course if the whistle sounded, everything changes. They drop the puck again and it's a fresh start, so a direct result of that no whistle gives the Titans a break. All power plays for the Glenbrook South Titans on the South Hockey Network, brought to you by RSM. This will be GBS's 4th opportunity on the man advantage, 0 for 3 so far. Weiss gets taken down. That's going to be another penalty against GBN. They should just give him the puck, get more time on the 2-man advantage, and then getting into it is Walker and Ben Stevens, number 9 on each team. So Walker's going to the bench, or to the box, I should say, and the Titans with a massive opportunity. They're going to have pretty much a full 2-minute 2-man advantage. Unless they both go, it looks like that's what they're going to call. Ben Stevens gets a penalty as well. As we wait for it to load into game sheet, we'll see exactly what happened here. So it should be, if there's coincidentals on that play, it should still be a 5-on-4 power play for the Titans. So Charlie Walker gets 2 minutes for roughing, and Stevens' penalty is still loading in here. So yeah, coincidental minors will stay 5-on-4. So sorry about that, folks, if I got anyone excited. Here's a skirmish right in front of the net, and it's cleared out by GBN. The official penalty against Stevens is a roughing. Here's Will Fagan, got it to Frank Surma. Back up to Mulvey. Ryan Mulvey scored his first of the season in that game against Lake Forest. Now this one takes a deflection. Here's Weiss with a shot. That one off the blocker. Good chance for the Titans. And now this one given up. Here comes Ruben looking to tie this thing up. Cuts it to the slot. Can't get it to his backhand cleanly. And that'll stop play. 9:11 to go in the third. Titans leading shots 24-18 in the game, 1-0. Crazy bounce that goes to Weiss, man. Very close for Jonah Weiss. Back underway, a minute to go on this Titan power play. Still anyone's game, just the 1-goal lead for South. Frank Surma responsible for the only goal of the game. Now Sterner kicks it to his stick blade. Trying to get around Sokol. Adam Sokol recovers the puck. Plays it back to Vanderplug. Asher Vanderplug dangling through the neutral zone. Vanderplug has Cesario. He'll try a shot instead. And it goes high and into the netting. Asher Vanderplug, good offensive mind for that junior defenseman who wears number 23. Left circle, did not miss by much. 32 seconds left in the power play for GBS. Halfway through the third period of play. Dylan Ward here on the call with you. New Trier still up 3-0 over on the other rink. As a matter of fact, that game is over now, so New Trier wins 3-0. That's the final score, so they have advanced to the championship. So it's official, the winner of this game will play New Trier Green at 5 o'clock this evening right here on the NHL rink. Which Glenbrook is it going to be? Pajerski wins the face-off. Now Mulvey leaves it for Weiss left point. Here's a shot. That one just bounces wide. Pajerski up to Fagan. Now Pajerski gets it back. He lost an edge, and that allows Sarah to control it for the Spartans. He'll play it off his own end boards. But it goes right to Weiss, who gets it to Benji. Pajerski up to Weiss, that's in his skate. He'll punch it up high for Mulvey. He tried to lift it out of harm's reach, but it's gloved down by Nick Jackson. Here he comes over the line. He takes a shot. Good block in close by Fagan. But we're going to get a penalty as the Spartans taken down. Delayed call as the empty net and 6 attackers for the time being. Henriksen. And this puck bounces right on net. Fortunately, did not catch the replay of that. So with 7:34 to go, roughing is the call. It's going to go against Jack Higgins. All right, big opportunity here for GBN, as they have had their fair amount of good chances, but have not cracked Thomas Preston yet. They lead shots on goal. The Spartans use 7-3 here in period 3. All penalty kills sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. Titans 2 for 2 on the PK in this game. Here's Semmelhack with a shot. And on the rebound, another try by the Spartans. Held on to and covered up by Preston. Immediate threatening start by the Spartans here on the power play. 15 seconds into it. Semmelhack and Lyons, a quick chat before the face-off, the two defenders on this power play. Semmelhack goes down to the corner for Sterner. Now to Rubin. Semmelhack, one-timer, looking for a deflection, didn't get it. And then Sokol finds the loose one and clears it out. Cesario, full head of steam there, trying to catch up to the puck, but he could not in time. Semmelhack goes cross ice for Rubin. Daniel Rubin around Mulvey. Rubin behind the net, looking for an option. He'll go to Sterner, left circle. Now up to Semmelhack. Back to Sterner. Left circle, back to Semmelhack. He shoots, save, rebound. That one sent wide of the net. A good look for Sterner if he put that on target. Not sure if Preston would have had enough time to make the save, so lucky that that one went wide of the net. Sterner left circle shoots. That one blocked on its way by Vanderploeg, and then he'll clear. Now Surma makes sure it gets all the way down. 40 seconds to go on this PK for Glenbrook South. Still just 1-0. The difference, the late goal in the second period by Surma, assisted by Pajerski. Now Vanderploeg, far side corner. He'll lift this one out, but it goes right into the Titan bench. Everyone duck. 5:59 to go in the third. GBN closing the gap in shots. They have the lead in shots 10-3 in this period. Heading into the intermission, GBS had the lead 21-11. It's now 24-21. Here's Rosen looking to settle this one down. Here's a shot. It's been an interesting power play for GBN. You could say that it's a good power play, but you could also say it's a pretty good penalty kill by the Titans, as the penalty has now expired. So Glenbrook South, a perfect 3 for 3 on the kill. Rosen over to the right side. Here's a shot. Saved by Preston. He hangs on for a whistle. 5:21 to go in the third. Winner of this game plays New Trier Green, as New Trier looks to win this tournament 4 years in a row. They only have one more game left, and it's going to be against one of these two teams. Titans with the advantage, up 1-0. Here's a centering pass. They couldn't get that one cleanly. Now it's Fagan behind the net. He'll play it off the far boards and out. Sarah recovers it for the Spartans. Eludes Pajerski now. Nice move to get around Stevens. He'll take a shot. That one high. Rebound near corner. They look to get it out. And Fagan will backhand it out. This one picked up by Rosen. Got it to De Leon. De Leon for the Spartans, now Jerzyk. And whistle as behind the play, one of the Spartans injured, wiped out and crashed into the boards. Charlie Rosen appears to be in some pain, but luckily for GBN, he's able to get to his own 2 feet without help, and he'll go to the bench for now. 4:40 to go in the third period. We'll drop the puck at center ice. Luke Fagan, the only new varsity player on the ice right now for Jim Philbin besides the goaltender. Here's a shot kicked out of there by Preston with just enough of his right pad. Here's a hit into the near boards. Raderman way out of his net to play it to the far side. Now up high it goes, Ryan Mulvey lifts it down low. It's grabbed by the Spartans Contreras, and they will clear the zone. All the way down it goes, and that's an icing. It is now 24-23 shots on goal after the Titans led 21-11 heading into the third period. 12-3 the advantage for the Spartans in this third period. Titans need to find some shots. A nice solid performance once again by Thomas Preston between the pipes. Pajurski clean face-off win. Fagan fanned on it, and that's going to allow the Spartans to get a rush. Here's Henriksen down the left wing side. Looked to center it for Pleum, but he could not. Here's Pajurski. Backhands it to the right wing for Weiss. Now Semmelhack finds it. Clears it over to the far side. Spartans look to clear. They cannot. Vanderplug takes a shot. That bounces off the end boards. Getting down to crunch time here. If GBN's going to have a chance, they need to have all hands on deck here. Here's a deflection picked up by Pleum. He's taken down from behind by Vanderplug. They're going to call a penalty against Vanderplug. Let's look at that one again. Just didn't get it on that angle. We'll take a look at the main cam one more time in slow motion in just a second here, but Asher Vanderplug not pleased with the decision. I don't know. But once it's called, and it's official. It's a Spartan power play back to the kill for GBS. All kills are sponsored by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys. All right, so we'll have a close eye down to our right and see when Raderman gets the call to sprint to the bench. Semmelhack takes a shot. That didn't miss by much. Evan Polakidis, it's an interesting decision because his team's on the power play. It might be a little early to pull the goalie down by 1, but you might want to have as much time as possible on that 6-on-4. He's probably just going to see if his guys can crack one just with the 5-on-4. My guess would be once we get down to a minute left in the power play, right around that area is when they'll pull the goaltender. So they could have about a minute of a 6-on-4. Another face-off win for the Spartans. Line shoots, deflected wide. Hendrickson picks it up. Still in his net is Raderman. Now to Rubin. Up high to Semmelhack. He shoots, they score! Power play goal for GBN. Thomas Hendrickson, a perfect deflection. And on shot on goal 25, it's the first to beat Thomas Preston. It's 1-1. It's about as clean as it gets. Pretty goal by the Spartans. And we're starting from scratch. This third period has been all GBN. And It finally pays off for them. .2:18 to go in the third period. North and South tied at 1. Gotta know who, whichever team wins this game. As this one gets ahead to Weiss. Jonah Weiss looking to catch up to it with one hand on his stick, able to backhand that one on target. And now things are getting a little bit chippy. Impressive to get a shot on goal. Dove out and thought he'd give it a try. And we're gonna get a timeout here. So as I was saying earlier in the broadcast, these two teams, it's unusual for them to play any game before the Thanksgiving game. As a matter of fact, this is only the second time in the SHL era, dating back to the 2012-13 season, that they have played a game before that Thanksgiving tournament. The previous one was won by GBN in overtime 6-5 back in 2018 on September 10th. And this one perhaps could be headed to overtime as well. So unlike the group stage of this tournament, the round robin play, those games went directly to a shootout if they were tied. But here in the playoff portion of the tournament, we will have a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime, if necessary, in a 3-man shootout, NHL style. You gotta think whichever team comes away with the victory is gonna have a tough task come November, as the team that drops this one will be hungry for some revenge. Either way it goes. I see some of the Nutria Green personnel, including head coach Adam Cheris, watching on, as he knows he'll be playing the winner of this one. Spartans able to clear this one as it bounces off the linesman and out. Mulvey goes across to Vanderplug. Through the neutral zone, Vanderplug dumps it in. As we get down to 100 seconds to play in regulation time, all knotted up at 1. Vanderplug goes to Surma. Frank Surma, the lone goal scorer for Glenbrook South in this game. .133 left, as even as it gets on the stat sheet. 1-1, the score, 25-25, the shots on goal. But if either team has the momentum now, it's GBN. Rubin, now out to the neutral zone. Semmelhack will dump it down. Vanderplug. Now to Surma. Frank Surma goes back to Asher Vanderplug. Vanderplug with a pass out to the neutral zone. Sokol punching it in. Taken back by the Spartans. And grabbed by Ryan Mulvey. Picked up by Miller. TJ Miller will dump it down. We have tenths of a second on the clock here, under a minute to go. Here's a centering pass by Walker and a one-timer, and somehow that stays out. I'm not sure if Preston got a piece or if that went wide. We'll absolutely have a look at the replay. But GBN that close to taking the lead. They have not led this game. Vanderplug with 25 seconds left. Maybe one more rush for each team here. This one deflects outside of the rink for a stoppage. All right, let's take a look. It's hard to tell on that angle, but man, oh man. You can feel the tension here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. The fans of both these teams not the fondest of each other. Weiss now through the neutral zone. Dumps it in. It goes below the goal line. And the Spartans can't clear it out past Mulvey. Weiss has to shoot, he will. And Raderman makes one more save. Not sure if that would have counted or not. But either way, it's time for overtime. So again, unlike the round robin play here in the bracket, we will play 5 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime, and then a 3-man shootout if we don't have a game winner. As many of you at home know well, in overtime, the next goal wins the game. Doesn't matter when it's scored, the game immediately ends. You don't play the full 5-minute period. And then if we do need a shootout, we'll cover all of that information when we get there. All right, so the teams talking at their bench. Titans have not had a 3-on-3 yet this season. So we'll see what Jim Philbin, or should say who Jim Philbin throws out there as his unit. The Titans will be playing 3-on-3 overtime in the SHL regular season. So always good to get a good feel of who you like out there. Evan Polakidis doing the same over on the Spartan bench. As you see, head coach wearing his patented white baseball hat. His son to his right, Jimmy Philbin Jr., and Joe Lacalo to his left. The assistant coaches. So unlike in the SHL, we will stay on our original shooting sides. So no long change for this 3-on-3 period. South lead shots on goal 26-25. Frank Surma for GBS, Thomas Henriksen for GBN. Both goalies have stolen the show. But there will be at least one more puck to the back of the net before this one's over. All right, next goal wins the game. Frank Surma, Benji Pajurski, and Ryan Mulvey. Jim Philbin's 3. Daniel Rubin, Charlie Walker, and Logan Lyons, the 3 for Evan Polakidis. GBS controls right off the face-off, and in this 3-on-3, so much open ice. Possession is just so important because it just feels like the team that has possession is gonna score the goal. Here's Mulvey giving up. Daniel Rubin pokes it ahead. He might have a breakaway. Surma on his tail. Rubin turns on the Jets, and he shoots it high. No save necessary for Preston. A lucky break for the Titans, as Daniel Rubin has been hot here at this preseason invitational and had a chance to end the game right there and send his team to the semis, or to the final. So we'll drop the puck inside GBS territory. 4:27 to go in the overtime. Underway, Vanderplug ahead for Cesario. Jonathan Cesario back to Vanderplug. Now Cesario skating through the neutral zone, finds Sokol over the line, left wing side. Titans with possession. 50 seconds into the period. Sokol will just circle back and get it to the near side for Vanderplug. Asher Vanderplug crashes the net, tried to pull it to his forehand, he couldn't get a clean shot. Now it goes to the far side half board. Cesario takes a shot, tough angle, that one stopped by Raderman, he hangs on. Another whistle, and another face-off here in OT. Talk about how possession is so huge in overtime. As a direct result, the face-offs just as important. 3:47 to go. Pajurski, Surma, and Mulvey. Jim Philbin also gets the last change as the designated home team in this game. Another huge factor in OT. Ryan Mulvey back off the boards, goes to Semmelhack for GBN. And now North has some possession here with 3.5 to go in overtime. A pass up to Sarah. Sarah over the line, left wing side. He'll try a shot. Good play by Mulvey to get his stick in there defensively. And the Titans will go the other direction. A pass to Surma. Frank Surma at the blue line, left it for Mulvey. Back pass to Pajerski. Benji Pajerski looking for a clean lane. He'll go down to Mulvey, but that pass intercepted by Sarah. He'll rush the other way, 2-on-1 for the Spartans. Good play by Benji Pajerski, looking like a defenseman out there, defending the 2-on-1 rush, got his stick in the way. Under 3 to go in OT. Next goal wins the game. Pajerski back passes it for Sokol. Adam Sokol over the red line, now the blue line. On sides down the right wing side. Sokol looks over his options with some pressure from behind. Not sure if he knew it, but he keeps the puck alive. Then Henriksen, the goal scorer for GBN, tried to clear it out. Vanderplug keeps it alive. A pass over to Sokol, he shoots. That one just wide of the net. Exciting action here in the 3-on-3, it always is. Whether it's the NHL or high school hockey, one of the best decisions anyone has made for the sport to implement this 3-on-3 system maybe 10 years back. One man fell down for the Spartans. It's a delayed offside, so Lyons, he will have to tag up. And this pass to Cesario. Down below the goal line. And given away to the Spartans. They will go the other direction. Maybe another 2-on-1, more like a 2-on-2. Pajerski gets his stick in the way, but this pass to Walker, he hits the post. Beat Preston, but not the right post. My goodness. Everyone in the arena holding their breath. You could hear a pin drop in here. Surma goes over to Mulvey. Left circle, takes a shot, deflected by Pajerski, wide of the net. Another good look for the Titans. This one forced out to the neutral zone. 1:12 to go in 3-on-3 overtime. Pajerski gets ahead of one defender, tried to force one on net, just goes wide. As we get down to 60 seconds left in period 4. 1-1 the score. Frank Surma, Thomas Henriksen. The only 2 goals tonight. Sterner can't get around Weiss. Jonah Weiss picks up the puck. It's now Weiss, Sokol, and Vanderplug out there. Asher Vanderplug streaking ahead, looking like a forward. He'll come over the line. I think Vanderplug was looking at the reflection on the glass to make sure he was on sides. That was unique. Sokol to Vanderplug, and he'll circle back. One more rush for the Titans to try and win this thing in OT. Vanderplug over the line down the left wing side, goes behind the net with it. 13 seconds to go, GBN steals, Semmelhack. And they'll come over the line, Semmelhack around Sokol. Jake Semmelhack centered it and unable to get the clean shot away. Whether the Spartans, the horn sounds, and our fate is a shootout. So unlike the Scholastic Hockey League regular season, this will be an NHL style 3-round shootout between the Titans and Spartans. The last time these two teams went beyond regulation, it was in that North-South game 1 year ago. 4-4, heading into OT, an exciting OT, and the game was decided in a shootout where ultimately the Spartans won it. GBS looking for some revenge from that moment. So it'll be 3 rounds. Each team will have 3 shooters, and whichever team has the lead after 3 rounds, or if it's mathematically impossible, the game will be over. If it's tied after 3 rounds, we'll keep going round by round individually until we get 1 puck in the net and 1 not. As the home team, Jim Philbin will decide whether to shoot first or second, as per the official rules at this tournament. It looks like he will defer and let Evan Polakidis make his decision first. He sends out Thomas Henriksen. The goal scorer in this game, he has 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points at the preseason Invitational. And he'll have a one-on-one with the freshman goaltender for Glenbrook South, Thomas Preston. We've got Thomas versus Thomas here. Henriksen waiting for the whistle to go. And he grabs the puck at center ice. Looking to give the Spartans the advantage. He shoots, and that one wouldn't go. It sailed wide, maybe a piece for Preston. Up next for Jim Philbin will be Ryan Mulvey. The defenseman gets a chance in the one-on-one breakaway. His third year on the varsity team. He's been with this V1 squad since his freshman year at high school. Ryan Mulvey in the slot, hits the post. Clean off the iron, that close to the lead in the shootout. Good wrist shot, beat the goaltender. Just unlucky. All right, here's Daniel Rubin. He's had a pretty good game and a pretty good tournament so far. He'll look to add to that. He shoots, and Preston makes the save. We stay scoreless in the shootout. Up next for Jim Philbin will be Frank Surma. So Henriksen had a chance for GBN, the goal scorer for them. Now Jim Philbin will look to his goal scorer in today's affair. Frank Surma scores! And the advantage for GBS. They can now win it with a stop. Surma buried that one. He has 4 goals this season already. And even though that one won't count as an official goal, it gives the Titans the advantage. All right, here comes Sterner. He needs a goal to keep the Spartans alive. He shoots, and a save made by Preston. The Titans win it, and they advance to the championship game at the preseason invitational. Thomas, Preston, take a bow, 3 for 3 in the shootout, 24 saves in regulation and overtime combined, and the Titans are 2-1 winners in the first meeting of the season between these two rivals. They'll shake hands at center ice, and for the third time in the last 4 years at the preseason invitational, it'll be New Trier Green versus Glenbrook South in the final. What a game, what a finish. Frank Surma will get the game-winning goal in the shootout, as well as the lone goal in regulation for the Glenbrook South Titans, and 24 teams began this weekend. The Titans are one of the only 2 remaining, surviving to the 5 o'clock slot here on Sunday. And we will get another opportunity to see the Titans face off against an SHL opponent. And it'll be New Trier Green, the same team that has won this tournament for the last 3 seasons. As they look to four-peat, the Titans looking to break that streak up. All right, that's going to do it for our broadcast here on the South Hockey Network. One more time, Brad Cesario on scoreboard duty, top left corner of your screen. Joel Schneider on camera B duty. We really appreciate Joel letting us tap into his camera for some alternate looks on some of those replays. It really worked out well. Gerard Boris, our producer as always, and my name is Dylan Ward. We will see you at 5 o'clock Central for the championship game of the preseason invitational. Glenbrook South and New Trier Green will face off later this evening. Till then, have a great day.